Let's have a conversation real quick. Change. Change is a hard thing. It's scary. It's real. It's imminent. Things are always going to change. And change hurts sometimes, But it can also feel good. Just depends on how you look at it. But why am I talking about this? The fuck do you care hearing some jackass talk about change? Well, um it's because I've had a tough time recently, and maybe this might help someone else. So I'm shooting into the dark, like always. um but change is something that we can't really escape, which is a good thing. Because if you know it's gonna come always, you can't be scared. You'll only fear what you don't know is coming or what you don't know about. Now, to be fair, we don't know what change is coming, and we don't know what it's about. But we got to take it in stride because st- staying stagnant is bad. Staying in one place is bad. Um, Clean water gets real dirty after staying still for a long time, so I feel that being scared of change is okay. Emotions are emotions. You gotta feel them out. Holding them in is unhealthy. Now, wallowing in your feelings is also a bad thing. There's a balance. But that's besides the point. Change. It's a it's a fun thing, but a scary thing and a real hard thing to deal with. And I'm no stranger to change. I've felt it all my life, from the moment I was 3 to 18. You know, big change while I was a kid was moving around a lot, never being in one place at once for too long, let me say that. But also, it's change can change. The things that change will always change, but you can make or choose what those things can be. So after I grew up a bit, I in middle school, I started growing up emotionally. Now to be fair, I wasn't the greatest guy. I wasn't the greatest person. And I can look back on it now and have regret, but know that they don't define me. My past actions are there to guide me. They aren't my character. Now they can prove what my character once was, and I will have to prove that it's not that now. Your mistakes will follow you, but your regret will also follow you. So, not doing something because you're scared of change, you may regret it. But if you change something too quickly, you may realize that's a mistake. Which makes it sound like, well, what are you trying to say? Is it good or bad? Change is never good nor bad. It just is. When life changes, you gotta change with it. Go with the flow of the water. Feel the current and go towards it. Whatever feels right for you. You know? And if you feel something bad is right for you, and you find out later that it's bad, don't take it too hard. I mean, you can't really know beforehand. You can only know after. That's why hindsight's 2020. And nothing changes if nothing changes. But something's always going to change. If you don't change, you'll be stuck. You'll have all the same issues you have now. You'll have all the same fears you have now. You'll have all the same mistakes that you have now. We have to be better. Or we should be better. We should want to be better. Because life is about growing and becoming who you are, experiencing all these different things. Now, experience can be sad or can be happy, angry, distraught, anxious. You know? You can always feel something different. Which is why, when you're down on your luck and things are changing a lot, it's better to change your outlook. If you can't change anything else, change the way that you think. Because the way that you think is how you want to perceive life. Our thoughts are not just information circling around in our head. They're how we shape our world, how we shape other people's worlds as well. Because with every thought comes, well, that doesn't make sense. And it won't at first. Nothing ever makes sense at first. But in due time, it will. And that's all life is about. That's all it'll ever be about. Grow and be better. Learn from who you used to be. Well, what if I can't grow? What if I feel like I will never change? Then you'll stay there, stuck, never changing. Or you could do something about it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's a hard but good lesson to learn. Because once you think about it, think about every time that you've tried to change and it hasn't worked. What did you do differently? Did you try and go to the gym longer? Or did you try and make yourself a regimen? No, you just kept trying with your daily life and changing nothing to keep trying at the same goal. It's insanity, you know? Trying something infinitely, knowing that it won't change, but to keep going, it's insane. So, change is a scary thing. There's nothing wrong with it being scary. Life will be scary at some points. But being afraid of it so much so that you don't want to change or you don't want it to come, that's normal emotions, but you shouldn't act on those because emotions are valid. Actions aren't. So, you may be angry right now, or you might be sad, or you might be super happy. You could be feeling anything right now while listening to this. And you know it'll change at some point. You know. Or you might not know it'll change at some point. You might think you'll always be angry, or always be sad, or always be happy. But the thing is without good, there's no bad. And without bad, there's no good. So you gotta take it all as it comes. You're not gonna ever always be mad. Or always be sad. Or always be hurt. Or lost. It takes effort to push through and feel it out. You know? All this tension you're feeling right now will wash away. And that's okay. You might not know how it washes away. You might not know how you do it, but it will. Because as long as you keep going, there will be a greener pasture Every storm's gotta end. Every story has its trials and tribulations. But that doesn't mean it's not a worthy story. The trials and tribulations are what make you worthy. What makes it an unworthy story is giving up. So what if something doesn't go your way? That's just how life goes. You think you have control of the universe, and the universe bites back. And no universe likes having anyone have control over it. But the thing is having control of your own universe is the first step. No universe is going to like it. They're always going to throw challenges at you. There's always going to be hard points. There's always going to be issues. Because life is pointless without the issues. So the universe seeing you control it and, well, you have no issues. Here's an issue that you make for yourself. Or an issue that you can't control. It is what it is. Now, I'm not saying it is what it is, just hold it in. That's bad. Talk to the people you need to talk to. Family and friends are the closest people to you, and they definitely matter a lot too. So what does it matter? What does this whole speech matter? It doesn't. But to me, talking about this, getting it out there, it helps me with my situation. I mean, it's weird talking about change and being scared of it when the biggest change in my life just happened about a few days ago. And it's still unfolding currently. But I know that I have to keep my head up. It's hard. It will be. But things that are good take hard effort. They take blood, sweat, and tears. Only bad things are made without effort. Because if you don't put effort into what you're doing, what's the point? It's just, change is going to come no matter what. And you'll have to deal with that. But it's okay to not be scared. And it's okay to be scared. Because you're human. And that's just the way life goes.